Hello everyone, my name is KelSounds, and today I want to make a pluck inside of Serum 2. I just kind of want to mess around with the Granular Oscillator, just because I think it's really cool, and I was kind of messing with it earlier. But I have a sample in mind, and this is my MIDI file that I'm using. This is from a previous session. I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop it down there, just so it saves me more time, so I can work on the sound. But yeah, I already have a sample in mind that I want to use, so I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop that in there. Here is the MIDI. And of course, we're going to go ahead and tweak some settings as well. So before we do anything, I'm just going to go ahead and send our sound to bus 1, which is where we'll do the effects. I'm going to go ahead and turn up the main here a little bit. Or you know what? I'm going to reset this and turn down the level inside of the oscillator. And I think I'm going to adjust the loop start point here. That already sounds really amazing. I would honestly just leave it like that, but of course, I want to add some more stuff to it. So I'm going to go ahead and just mess with the scan and some of these parameters down here, such as the density, the length, and whatnot, and the pan as well. I think I'm actually going to turn the randomness up for the pan, so that way it's panning left and right, kind of adding a stereo effect. And maybe I'll even add a little bit of pitch variation as well. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Alright, now we're gonna dial it back down. I should probably loop this. That sounds really cool. Let's see what happens when we mess with a scan. Of course, that adjusts the playback speed of our waveform here. Let's go ahead and mess with the length. That's pretty good right there. And of course, we can even mess with the individual grains themselves if we click on this little window part right here inside of our oscillator, which is pretty cool. So I can adjust the amount, the skew, which is like moving the waveform to the left and right. I'm going to go ahead and reset that by right-clicking. Then, of course, you even have different shapes, such as Welch, Gaussian. I think I said that right. Yeah, just a whole bunch of different shapes to choose from. I think I'm going to do triangle. Or, you know what? No, more of a smooth shape will do. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And I think I'm going to also forward reverse this, so then this will pop up this little blue marker here, which will just repeat our waveform with these blue points. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Maybe that's a bit too small, but yeah, I can go ahead and adjust that, just so it loops. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of a fade as well, just so it's a smoother transition. And the fade is down here on the left, right next to the shape of our individual grains. Also, a little heads up, if you use Unison, because it's already playing back your sample with a bunch of individual grains, if you add Unison to this, it gets a little bit CPU intensive. Oh my gosh, as you can see over here on the top right, my CPU is spiking, so I wouldn't recommend Unison on your sound. I would just use the pan randomness. Yeah, just something to keep in mind. It is a little bit CPU intensive. And honestly, I think I am satisfied with the way that sounds. So I'm just going to come over here, make sure it's sent to the bus. Also, another thing to note, if you do use Unison on anything else like a wavetable, sampler, granular, spectral, or a multi-sample, the main bus effects processes each voice individually, which is also a little bit more CPU intensive. To help prevent that, it's better just to send your oscillator to a bus and mix it within that bus, so that way it mixes all of the voices together. So now that we have that set, I'm just going to go to our bus 1 and add a little bit of distortion. And I think I'm going to add another distortion, and I'm going to see if they have like a quantize option here to get a sample rate reduction effect going. And I'm also going to come down here to our envelope and adjust the decay of our sound. So I guess it really didn't even matter if we loop this, but it sounds cooler, so I'm just gonna turn up the drive. And then now I want to add a reverb. Convolver is really cool as well, but yeah, I think I really like the way your reverb sounds. That is plate reverb, so it is in mono. I'm gonna go ahead and set it to Hall. You have a bunch of different options here as well, such as vintage, which might fit for this sound. Then they have nitrous and basin. I hope I said that right. Wow, that's like a very wide reverb. I'm gonna set it back to vintage. And this is pretty cool too. You can even adjust the level and the mix, so I can set it to like 70% of the mix, and of course that's gonna drown the sound a little bit more. And if I want to bring out more of the volume of the sound after this effect, so I can go ahead and just drag this parameter up. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the vintage there, but it's like a pumping effect, so maybe I'll go back to Hall. And then I think I want to add a equalizer and do a little bit of a high pass cut and a low pass cut. I'm just going to turn up the Q for both of these, and I'm going to assign a macro knob to our frequencies. I'm gonna do this, bring the frequencies all the way down, or bring this one a little bit up, so that way there's a little bit of space when I automate it between each filter type. And then I'm just going to double click and rename this frequency. Then of course, to bring out the whole sound, I'm just going to do some OTT, and so I'm going to add a compressor, multi-band, bring the threshold down a little bit, and make the release a little bit faster. Turn the gain up a little bit, and then come up here to the right where our main volume is and turn that up a little bit. And I think I'm just gonna adjust the mix of our first distortion a little bit, since it was pretty much all the way up. And that is our sound. Ice Cream Man truck loop over here. That is awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.